Oh, wake up to a new day dawning, and you've just been made non-essential. It's episode 18, non-essential. A classic.
Yeah, I was looking forward to this because I saw the thumbnail and the robber looks like quite a character.
And he is, and I hope we never see him again.
You sure?
Yeah, I didn't like this. I didn't like the robber. He was fine, but he's not, he's no Chuck from accounting, I'll tell you that much. And that guy's my least favorite character on the show.
And he's getting a lot of play in this Reloaded section. He's almost in every episode.
Like, put him in the opening credits at this point.
He's a featured player. There's a lot of scenes. We only have like a few episodes left. And there's still a lot of scenes in the opening credits that we have not bearing witness to.
But this episode did check off quite a few boxes in the opening credits, though. We got Reggie with his phone light and Holiday scaring him. We got Dan tied to a chair, falling over. We got Dan and I think the robber saying wasabi together. I'm pretty sure that's in the opening credits. There was a few things in there.
I think you basically just summed up this whole episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Spoilers for the opening credits of this show and this episode.
It's done. It's been a while since we've recorded. I don't really know what to say, what to do. Where do I put my hands?
Put them in your pocket and pretend it's a gun.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
have you ever done that for fun? Like, gone into a store and tried to rob them?
Yeah.
For laughs?
Yeah. I like to wear balaclavas. It's my favorite thing about winter is pretending to rob stores when I go into them. I wear a balaclava all the time, indoors or outdoors.
Are you ever wearing a mask going into a place and thinking, like, how do people know if they're getting robbed anymore? Because everybody's wearing masks, everybody's concealed, especially if I'm, like, wearing a hoodie. I think about it all the time.
Well, yeah, and, like, let's be honest. I'm paranoid about everybody, so I'm always strapped. I always have a gun on me, and I open carry, even though it's not legal where we are, but, it's my body, it's my choice, and I've decided that I should have a gun attached to it at all times, so I think...
Is it not legal?
I don't think it's legal to hold a gun in church or go to the grocery store and have a gun and wave it around and be like, where's the canned corn? And wave your gunner. I don't think you can do that.
Where is the canned corn?
Why is there no firm tofu? Where's all the firm tofu? They don't got any.
What would happen if you got like a gun sewn into your skin and it was your body?
Sewn into... Well, I don't think you're really a threat at that point because how would you use that gun? If it was like sewn...
Well,
elaborate.
The trigger is reachable, of course. It's outside of your skin. And then the barrel's outside of your skin, too.
Okay,
like
all right.
The edge of it. But everything else is just, like, in your skin. Kind of like RoboCop.
That's pretty cool, actually. Well, his gun was in his leg, but I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying there.
You think he only had one gun in his leg?
Yeah, it was a big friggin' gun, too, and he would blow up gas stations with it. God, RoboCop is so good. Instead of doing a regular episode this week, I know we're going to be talking about cowgirl movies and all that. Let's just skip that and watch RoboCop this week and just talk about that, because that movie is great. Remember when he shoots that dude in the donger and goes like, your move, creep, and then he shoots that guy's dink off? That's great. That's really great movie making.
I haven't seen it in quite a long time, like since I was a tween.
You should, well, there we go. Okay, listeners, get ready, because next week we're talking about Paul Verhoeven's 1988 classic, RoboCop, starring
and by
Red
next
Foreman.
Week, you mean like 2 months in the past?
I'm talking, no, I'm talking about like we're recording this 2 months in the past, but I'm saying in the reality of the show where we are in time when listeners are listening to it, next week's episode is going to be RoboCop. That's a Zachariah Ty Bryant guarantee.
Do they have any horses or girls in RoboCop?
There's girls, yeah. I mean, RoboCop saves one of them from a man with his donger out, so he's a hero.
You know what I was thinking? We could watch Angels in the Outfield.
That's a great idea, yeah.
That'd be fun.
We could watch that. There's a lot of great movies that we could watch. We could watch All Dogs Go to Heaven. We could watch...
Sister Act.
Yeah, 1 and 2. I haven't seen 2 with Lauryn Hill. Haven't seen it yet, so But I love.
You haven't seen the second one? Best
No,
one.
I don't know, man. I genuinely, as a kid, loved the first Sister Act. Like, it was like a movie that I rented a lot from the library and watched a lot because it was just fun, and I love the music in it. I love when they're singing and they're doing all their things. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but Whoop Goldberg is great.
Oh man, it holds up. Like, I've seen it within the past 5 years. It was great. Like, legitimate.
All right,
fun watch.
listeners. Next week, did I call them Nisslers? Nisslers, next week, instead of watching RoboCop, we're now watching Sister Act. Oh, doggy, I can't wait for this June episode of Sister Act.
I mean, I think we should just watch. We can't watch Sister Act.
Why not?
Because it's one and done. But because if we do one, we got to do two.
So then we'll watch both of them. We'll do them too, back and forth, whatever. We should have. we should have watched the Sister Acts after we watched Mighty Max, because they kind of go hand in hand. They're similar.
Yeah, it's basically the same movie. It's a nun movie.
Yeah, there's saucy nuns in it, you know?
Saucy nuns. There aren't enough saucy nuns movies.
I can think of 2. And then that TV show with Sally Fields where she flies. You know?
What?
Yeah, The Saucy Nun, I think that one was called. It was like a cooking show with nuns.
The saucy nun.
Hey, it's me, the saucy nun. Nope, Australian. That's not how nuns
We should
sound.
make an Australian show about saucy nuns.
People go, there are no nuns in Australia. And we'll go, well, now there are, mate. There's a bunch of them. They're all beached as. Love the Lord.
Yeah, get me a spider.
Hey, it's me, Kano from Mortal Kombat. I'm a nun now. Right?
Kano's Australian?
Yeah, he wasn't. He was Japanese, and then he became Australian because he was Australian in the movie, and they went, that's good. We like that. Make him Australian forever.
That's canon.
The guy who played Kano in the first Mortal Kombat movie died of AIDS not long after it came out.
Died of AIDS.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well, lots of people died of AIDS, though. Eazy-E, the guy who played Kano.
Some say he lived with AIDS.
Well, up until it killed him, you'd be correct, yeah. Freddie Mercury. The list goes on and on and on.
Oh, you're just going to list people who have died from AIDS?
Yeah, Tim Allen. I'm calling my shot. We recorded this 2 months ago. I'm calling it now. Tim Allen died of AIDS in 2021 in June.
He's going to be the last person alive that dies with AIDS.
That's correct. Yeah, he's going to die, and then the next week they're going to be like, we found the cure, and he's going to go, oh!
His gravesite video is going to go,
mm-hmm. There's going to be a little bell.
Him and Bob Vila.
Oh,
on the same day of AIDS.
Man, Bob Vila, he's my favorite guy to follow on Twitter. I like all his tweets.
Nobody likes his tweets, much like ours.
Yeah, but that's because we don't have any followers. He has a bunch of followers, and nobody likes his tweets, so something tells me they're all bots.
Well, he's non-essential.
Ooh, true enough. Are you done riffing? Are we getting into the episode? Okay, here we go.
No, I just want to riff. Can we call this show Just Riffin'?
Yeah, can we call this show a list of people who have died of AIDS?
There was Darkwing Duck.
You bet he did, yeah. Non-canon, but in a comic book released, he dies of AIDS. They go, well, we haven't gotten to that point yet in the show.
Comes back as a vampire.
Ooh. I want to suck your blood and give you AIDS. That was his catchphrase. Like, it's a little wordy.
That's how AIDS started.
Yeah. A vampire had sex with a monkey, and then AIDS was invented. Everybody knows that that's where it came from.
Yeah, and the whole bloody show. Ugh.
The whole bloody show?
Yeah.
Of Darkwing Duck?
I tried to think of the worst thing to possibly say, and that was it.
Let's get dangerous by having unprotected sex. Darkwing Duck.
AIDS.
Exactly.
What does AIDS stand for?
Autoimmune deficiency syndrome.
You got it.
Or
I
something.
Get you.
The S might be different. I don't know. All I
Might
really
be swords.
Yeah, autoimmune deficiency swords. The only thing I know for sure about AIDS is that it's the thing that kills.
That's such a crazy statement. Anyways,
the only thing I know for sure about AIDS, but more specifically HIV, is that it's the thing that kills the kid in the second verse of the song Waterfalls by TLC. That's all I know for sure about it.
I never listened to lyrics.
Well, you should. You learn a lot of stuff, like 3 letters sent him to his final resting place. HIV. They don't say that
I'm
part.
a groove man.
I get you, man. Me too. I love the groove.
You want to know the one thing I know about AIDS?
Yeah, I'd love to know. You got
Starts
it.
with HIV, baby.
It's what?
Starts with HIV.
Not always. Sometimes you can just get AIDS, I think.
Can you go right to AIDS? I
Yeah.
don't think you can go right to AIDS.
No, I think you can.
I guess that's...
You get like a Disney park fast pass straight to AIDS sometimes.
Listeners,
skip the
if you know
queue.
if you can go right to AIDS or not, email us at pureboyspod@gmail.com.
Or hit us up on
Or at
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah, Pureflix, if you're listening, let us know if you got any movies about AIDS on there. We'd love to review them for you. Any cowgirl movies about AIDS? Combine them.
I don't think cowgirls can get AIDS because of the hymen thing.
I think we should make a movie where a cowgirl gets AIDS, and then in order to recover from it, she has to befriend a horse who also has AIDS. And it's called Two Yokels with AIDS. How's that sound? That's the full
How about
title.
she gets AIDS from like peeing on a public toilet?
Yeah, it doesn't even pee. Just forgets to hover one time, and then now you got AIDS.
Well, I
Sorry,
forgot to hover.
I shook a person's hand who has AIDS. Oh God.
Christians could probably get behind that.
For sure they could. Yeah, absolutely they could.
A little loose. We're a little loose in the cage today.
That's right. Yeah, I thought I was bringing a tired energy, but then I told you some really horrible stories before we started, and it really brought all the energy up and made it about AIDS, I guess.
Well, it's not the 80s or 90s anymore. We can laugh about AIDS, kind of.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, like, you never hear about people dying of AIDS anymore. People live with it now.
And we're not laughing with AIDS. We're laughing at AIDS, and there's a complete difference.
And we're certainly not laughing at anyone who has or has died of AIDS. Of course not. That's a cruel thing. We're just laughing at mostly the word AIDS, I think.
AIDS is a funny word.
It is a funny word. It's funny that AIDS is a word, even though it's an acronym, and HIV is always pronounced, like, spelled out. It's never called HIV. It's always HIV, but AIDS is always AIDS. Why is that? What's the deal?
Well, it's not funny. What's the deal?
Yeah, this is my new Jerry
With-
Seinfeld bit. What's the deal?
It's not about
what's the deal?
plain nuts.
No, God, no.
Do you have any bits on plain nuts?
Yeah, what's the deal with plain nuts? You put them in a lady's drink and it doesn't make them sleepy.
Jello.
Oh, maybe I've died of AIDS at this point. I don't know. Maybe John Madden is dead. I don't know. That's hard to do.
John Madden is dead, I think. He's probably frozen, though, in Texas.
Yeah, probably in the Arctic of Texas, way up in the glaciers in the Texas outback.
You know, you could get your head frozen for like 20 grand or something.
I don't think that's true, is it?
It's like 30 grand tops.
I mean, you could get your head frozen.
Chop off your head?
Yeah, but you could just do that for free. Just chop your head off, put it in a freezer. You're good.
No, but these people like inject you with like a theorem
What does that do?
and like put it in. Well, it protects it. It's like antifreeze. It protects the stuff from going bad.
Yeah, but I'm planning on dying by drinking antifreeze. So are they like at that point
good.
inject it into my brain, fill my head cavity with antifreeze? Is what I'm saying.
Just go to Antarctica.
Okay.
And like chug a bunch of antifreeze and you're good.
But like, what happens to your eyes?
I think you get new eyes because it'll be the future.
And a new bod. I mean, I'm into it. Have we talked about if we would get new bods, if we could get robot stuff? Have we talked about that?
I think we did, but it really freaked our beans, so we like skirted the subject immediately.
Yeah. I'd get a robot bod. Like in a
I'd
heartbeat.
download myself into a bod.
Put my consciousness in a robot tomorrow. I would love that. Give me spider legs. That's all I want. Give me spider legs and crab hands. That's all I want. And let me make them interchangeable. Crab legs, spider hands.
Is are you after that happens, or
Yeah.
are you die and then a copy just remains?
No. Whoa, yeah, no, that is what would happen. Like that's the thing is you're dead at that point. They don't It's not you. It's not like you don't slide into that body. They go take all of this, copy it, put it in the new thing, kill the old thing. So you die, and then a version of you lives on, but it's not you at all.
I mean, technically, when we go to sleep, we wake up as a new version every day.
Is that true?
Well, yeah, you just keep your memories and stuff. Your memories rejigulate, and
Yeah.
you're technically a new person.
It's weird, right? God, dreams are so weird. Sleep is so weird. But I love them both.
Sleep is effed.
Sleep is effed. You know what else you do in the morning?
Wake up.
Exactly. You nailed it. That's where I was going with it. What'd you think? Yeah. A picture's worth 1,000 words in this town. 1,000,000 words, whatever.
Everyone take their place.
Yeah, who's needed? Woo!
Ah!
Happened in news today. Foggy skies turn blue today.
In Malibu.
Ooh. Bam, 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 bam.
End credits.
That's right. Pureflix, hit us up. We just made a new theme song for you.
Wake up.
Wake up. What'd you think of the Shoffy? What'd you think of that invention in this episode?
It's for the listeners, coffee maker for your shower, or a shower coffee maker.
Or
the soap comes out of here.
No, soap doesn't come out of there. Creamer comes out of there.
Oh my god, how could I forget so
We're
quickly?
both pointing at our crotches.
Creamer.
I'm pointing at his crotch, he's pointing at my crotch, and we say creamer comes out of there.
He's lying. He came up with it a half second later.
We're pointing at each other's crotches. That's where creamer comes from.
Nobody did it. I
They don't
love the
know.
idea. I want a hot, stinking coffee when I'm in the shower,
Yeah.
and I want it to come out of the same tubes that my shower's coming out of.
But I don't understand. Does the coffee does the way it's built, it looks like the shower is coming out of the coffee maker. Is that what it is? Why would you want that?
But there's like a carafe there for the coffee to get holden.
Oh, I didn't understand any of the words you just said. There's a carafe there for the coffee to be holden?
Yeah.
Well, beauty's in the eye of the beholden. Everybody knows that. Are you saying coffee's in the eye of the beholden?
Well, a carafe is a coffee jug.
A carafe? Why would you say a coffee pot, you friggin' liberal cuck with your fancy college words?
I couldn't think of the word.
So you used an
Coffee
insane word. You couldn't think of the word coffee pot, so you went, I'll use the original Latin word for it, a carafe.
Well, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations on all your education.
I can't think of the simple word, so I say a very complicated word, and people think I'm insane.
Do you remember The Simple Life with Paris Hilton?
Yeah, Nicole Richie.
Yeah, I know, right? She was the hotter of the two for sure, because she looked nasty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's been in other stuff, and she's a decent actor and apparently a decent person.
Really? And, Paris Hilton was in that other movie that we all watched a bunch when we were teenagers, and that's pretty much it. The Hottie and the Naughty, I think it was called.
If you were in her place, maybe we should pray and switch with Nicole Richie and Samantha Byer.
I mean, Samantha Byer.
Whatever.
Who? I mean, I'm down for switching with Nicole Richie. If that would make my dad Lionel Richie, then yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I forgot to shut my furnace off.
Sentence.
My furnace is running, so we're going to hear that at the end of the episode. Great. Oh, well.
I can't hear it.
Great. This is a real loose episode anyway, so we got like 11 minutes left. Yeah, we talked about AIDS for like 10 minutes off the top. Yeah, it's a loose episode.
What'd we say about AIDS? Could you recap it for me?
Sure. Here are a list of people who have died of AIDS, starting with Tim Allen, Jim Belushi, John Belushi, RoboCop, the guy that RoboCop shot in the dink, Red Foreman, Bob Vila, all the greatest. Who? Red Fox. Yeah, you're right about him too. Rick Fox, famed LA Lakers. He's gone. He died of AIDS.
It's a real bullet when your last name is Fox.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, even if your first name is Fox, I mean, Foxy Cleopatra died of AIDS. That's one thing they don't really talk about. And like, there's the post-credit scene in Goldmember where he meets Fat Bastard and his neck looks like a vagina, but then later on they find out that Foxy Cleopatra died of AIDS, and they go, oh, That's just the way it goes. She lived through the crazy 80s.
That's why they haven't made the fourth movie, is because they don't know how to bring up that Foxy Cleopatra died of AIDS.
Just do it in the opening crawl. Do it while he's dancing at the start. And he just as he's dancing, he goes like, oh, Vanessa was a fembot and she died. And then Heather Graham, she got AIDS and she died. And Foxy Cleopatra also got AIDS and now she's dead. And now who am I sexing in this movie? I don't know. Jennifer Beal. That's not a person. Jessica Biel. He's going, this is where this creamer comes from here. Why didn't Austin Powers, when he was doing his naked stunts, ever pick up a box of creamer and then accidentally dump some out and like cover his jennies with it, and then like as he's holding it, some creamer falls out? That's a good gag.
That's a great gag. We should email him up.
We should
write the next Austin Powers.
Well, we have to write the next season of Malibu Down the Family Man.
That's just going to be one long episode of Rooms.
Yeah, but there is going to be a room where Malibu Dan is like doing a naked Austin Powers thing, and he holds up creamer over his jennies and he dumps creamer out everywhere. That might happen.
That should be a whole episode.
That might happen in one. Oh no, it's milk. They hold up milk for Vanessa's breasts in one of the movies. That's what it is. Yeah.
That got me very aroused thinking of her boobs behind those milk jugs.
Man, yeah, I get it. Thinking about Mike Myers' donger hanging out while he danced around. I mean, her boobs. I liked her boobs too.
I didn't even know he had a donger.
When she bites the sausage, remember that? What did that do for you? And he goes, ooh. I love Austin Powers. Oh, my God. Unabashedly and unashamed. I love Austin Powers. It's great.
We love it.
We love it.
I wore out that tape.
Yeah, that scene where they're naked. You wore it out.
I shagged a rotten baby.
God. God, I don't know. What happens in this episode? Dan gets burglarized.
Well, Kate and Emily are away.
Yeah, Kate's mom and dad buy Emily a pony. That's not important, though.
Rental.
That's not important. That never comes up again. We never see the pony. Maybe next episode, but a crazy thing happens to the Marshall family, and it's never addressed again.
You think that's a crazy thing? I mean, her parents are rich.
Yeah, but buying a pony is like, that's a big deal. That's a big investment. That's going to cost the family a lot of money long term. You know how expensive it is to board a horse? Oh my God.
It's really expensive.
Yeah.
Only the cream of the crop can afford to board a horse.
That's right. Only the creamer of the crop.
What do you think is the cost to have a pony in LA?
Oh, well, they're not in LA, first of all. They're in Malibu. But
yeah, but
oh, sorry.
Yeah, but
I ate a bunch of ramen.
Raw meat.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to find where the creamer comes from. I don't know. Millions of dollars, probably. Tens of millions of dollars.
Okay, so they're in the conference room. Who cares what's happening?
Whatever.
Did you see the placement of this
the dartboard?
Dartboard?
Yeah, I did. It's moved off the wall. It's been replaced with that big picture of Holiday Sinclair, and now it's sitting under the TV, just resting on the table. It's like they don't even care about the dartboard anymore.
Behind a different plant, under a TV.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even realize.
One step forward and a million steps back with this show.
That's a good point. I didn't even realize. I didn't click in. Now, for the listeners, it's just a little succulent. It doesn't really block much of the board, but the fact that it's behind a plant again is why would you do that, Dan Marshall or Arlen, whoever put it there?
It's another Tommy Blaze episode, and I gotta think that he's behind this travesty.
Let's see. Is there
enhance?
Yeah. No. I looked up Plant Watch and nothing came up. So never mind. I wanted to play a song for every time we notice the dartboard, and never mind. It's a failed segment. We cut it.
And it's almost over. This whole Malibu Dan the Family Man thing is almost over.
Yeah, our nation's long nightmare has almost come to an end, and go back to sleep, Malibu. Rick Tibbs has got it from here.
Rick Tibbs has got it, and by Rick Tibbs, do they mean Farty Marty? Because that's who's running the other morning show.
Yeah, exactly. Farty Marty Dankles in the morning? He crushed Wake Up Malibu in this quarter.
And he would, because he doesn't give a frick. He's cool as butter.
Yeah, he's cool as butter. Do you keep your butter in the fridge, or do you have a little butter container that you put it out on the counter for so it's nice and soft?
We have this really elegant glass container that we put in the cupboard because we're very European when it comes to our dairy and butter.
Same here. Yeah, we don't frick around. I like my butter soft.
When I went to the European, I had to check out the grocery store because they have eggs on the shelf. They don't even put them in friages.
I don't like
you
that.
Don't need to.
You do need to.
No, you didn't need to.
You do. Tell that to everyone who dies of AIDS by eating eggs every year.
AIDS.
Eggs. If you say AIDS and eggs, it's easy to mix them both up. AIDS.
I'm pretty sure if a whole continent is not doing it, it's fine.
That's not true. What about like genocide and stuff like that? Like you can't just make a sweeping statement like that. That's ridiculous. There's so many things continents are doing that aren't okay.
Nobody ever got hurt from a little genocide.
You know what? That's your opinion. I'm hanging out to dry on that one.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking about the common cold.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Nobody ever dies of that. Burglar breaks into Dan's house.
Yeah.
He's got greasy hair. He's very sweaty. He's like dripping with sweat, actually. It's weird.
I think they wetted him.
I don't think so. I think that guy is just
screen.
I think he's just too hot in the cat burglar suit they put him in. This guy is also like bigger than Big Farty Marty Dankles. So he's probably just too friggin' warm on set with the hot lights and everything.
Do you think all the secondary characters that show up in this show are students of
the Heller method?
What's his name? Yeah, the Heller method.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you're saying
why would you get anybody else?
Is this burglar right? Is the burglar in a state of mind where he is the character, but he doesn't have to be the character. He just has to feel the emotions of the character, which are he is a what is the dumb thing he said? Life is like soup and he's a fork.
I kind of feel like that sometimes, though.
Do you?
Like you just weren't made for this world.
Oh man, that's really sad.
And once you figure it out,
tell me more about that. When do you feel that way?
Probably about 3:30 p.m. this afternoon.
When you got off school.
Yeah.
No, at this point you're done school, baby.
High school.
You bet. Yeah, going to pick up your girlfriend. What did you think? What do you think the robber found when he was going through Dan's house and he said, "Yikes, I didn't want to look in that drawer" while he was in Dan's bedroom? What do you think he found in there?
Probably like a leather mask.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think? What's your guess?
I don't know. Probably a leather mask. Yeah. Like an
probably a bunch of crystal light packets.
Probably like a bunch of like pagan ritual items, like sacrificed animals, and he was like, "I thought you were Christian." He's like, "Yeah."
How dare you call them pagan in any sort of way? These guys are Christian as frick.
Oh, but Christianity is just the evolution of paganism. Everybody knows that. It's all the same root.
How dare you?
From the root to the stute or whatever that term is. It's all the same. So
from the root to the stew?
From the root to the stew. Yeah, exactly.
I love you.
Oh, we're not done yet. Don't even try to end the show. You don't even know how much time is left. I'm the one recording it.
The home intruder says I love you, and it's in my notes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
he says he's a big fan of the show. That's why he robs Dan, because he knows the mother and the daughter are away.
What did you think when Chuck was like, "We're going to put a foosball table in the men's room to improve financial matters in this office"? Do you think that's a good idea?
A, how big is this men's room? B, no. C,
all right.
Yes.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed wholeheartedly.
I was never good at foosball tables.
No, and I hate people that are like, don't spin them. I'm like, well, then what are we doing? Like, isn't the point to spin them as hard as you can and just fire that ball off the table? Like, what do you, I'm not going to, if they didn't want us to spin them, they wouldn't make them so they spin. That's the whole point.
I've made this exact same argument.
Well, it's
it
the
feels
right.
like we're almost the exact same person as it comes down to foosball table. Like in high school, all those douches playing foosball table.
Yeah, sure. I feel like we went to different high schools. I don't really remember a bunch of douches playing foosball at my high school, but
I don't know why I can't just say foosball and I keep adding table at the end.
Foosball.
It's very weird.
Foosball.
It's foosball.
It's foosball.
Foosball. Yeah, they have an argument about that, Chuck and Holiday.
Stupid Chuck. Chuck gets put on the show. He becomes the face of Wake Up Malibu, and then he gets Wake Up Malibu sued into oblivion by ruining the end of an author's story who's on the show. Like, Chuck, you're
Bad
an
move,
idiot.
Arlen. That's on Arlen.
No, that's on Chuck.
No, Chuck does. He's an accountant. He's an office jockey.
Yeah, exactly. He should know. He knows how much they stand to lose by being sued.
Oh, that's very true.
That's true.
And he knows this is a suable offense. Maybe he's trying to burn the place down.
Maybe, yeah. Did you like that the robber told Dan that he pooped in his bathroom? Did you think that was good?
Yeah.
Good writing?
That's good writing.
Oh, it is good. Yeah.
That's funny.
What else? I don't know. Dan's like
Life
baked.
is like soup.
Yeah, Dan's like baked at the end of the episode. He's like, man, I didn't lose anything of value. It's all good, man. You're like, Dan, what is wrong with you? What happened? Did he like slip you a sleeping pill like Ricky Martin?
Well, he realizes that his life has some sort of meaning. And there's other pieces of crap out there that don't. And he feels so much superior because of it.
Sure. We also find out that Dan discovers a kink in this episode because he's tied to a chair all night. And then the next morning when Arlen shows up, he goes, see you in the morning unless I get tied up first. I love Shibari.
Maybe that's where he found the rope, is in the drawer.
Hey, that's the thing, right? Maybe that's what he found. He's like, oh, I wish I hadn't have found this. More rope.
This is too much rope for one family.
What are you trying to climb out your second-story window? That's ridiculous. You don't need this much rope.
You do have to have some amount of rope, though.
Well, yeah, you could also tie bed sheets together, or there's lots of options.
Yeah, you could tie down a home intruder.
Oh man, yeah, you could do whatever you want with them at that point. Yeah, you could give them AIDS. I love you.
Are you trying to end the show?
Yeah, I'm trying. No, it's not loading. God, no, I just really wanted that song to
play. I love you.
I really wanted the song to play, and then it didn't.
Oh, come on. I thought you were going to have it.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
We love you.
We love you. There it is.
We care.